leave, gang. Look, listen. I decided to keep the little tradition, a tradition. Last year, I made a 2024-2025 video. I think it's called like New Year's Same Bullshit or something along the lines of that. And I decided to come here and be a little bit more organized. So here on my notes, I have lessons that I have learned in 2025. I have 20 lessons that I've learned. These lessons are not just lessons I personally learned. I mean, some of them are, but a lot of them are lessons that I've learned through other people and situations that occurred in my life this year. This year has been a hell of a year, and a year I would prefer not to repeat. A lot of twists, turns, and plot twists that I did not expect. But lately I've been on some chill shit. I just kind of been really not really, I'm in a self-isolation mode right now, so I'm just kind of like detoxing from all of the toxicity that I have been enduring this year. So with that being said, let's get into the 20 things. I want to get this done quickly because I don't want to hold y'all up, like, you feel me? So we're gonna go with number 1. I learned how to leave. Like, cheating isn't the only reason to leave. Like, a lot of people have it engraved in their brain that cheating is the only reason to leave. But if you are in a situation, relationship that makes you unhappy and you're unfulfilled in any type of way, whether it's financially, emotionally, or you're just not being treated right, whatever the case may be, or your body is just rejecting that person, bro, leave. It's okay to leave. Like, it's okay to leave because you're genuinely unhappy. So that brings me number 2. It's not that I don't know how to be alone. I just don't like being alone in my thoughts. A lot of people have told me, oh, Jody, you don't like to be alone. I'm not going into depth about that, but a lot of people tell me that. But it's like, I don't have a problem with being by myself. I just hate being by myself with my thoughts. Like, especially if I'm going through something, I don't really want to sit in the house all day and submerge. Like, I will really pace around the whole entire house for 4 hours in my thoughts, not even realizing it. And that's something that I really hate so much. But that brings me number 3. I messed up, bro. Undo. Okay, that brings me number 3. People may sell you dreams, but if you listen to them talk, they'll tell on themselves. Listen to people the first time. So a lot of times people will tell you what they want to hear, tell you what you want to hear. But bro, if you really listen to people when they talk, they tell you what their motive is. They tell you what their intent is. So bro, just listen that first time, bro, because like not even listen the first time, but if you just let people talk, shut up and let people talk. And that's one thing that I said in my 2024-2025 video that I said I would do: talk less and listen more. And that's what I did. And a lot of times, like, people would tell on themselves. Number 4, just because you go to church every Sunday does not mean you're spiritually aligned. I have met some people who will go to church, read their Bible every Sunday, every day, whatever the case may be, and they won't be spiritually aligned. Just because you go to church every day, just because you pray every day, does not mean that you're spiritually aligned. Being spiritually aligned is way more deeper than just being there physically. You got to be there internally, not just externally. And that is how you are spiritually aligned. You are put in situations or things come up that you're supposed to do, or like a lot of us, when things are uncomfortable, we just resort to what's comfortable, and that's not something you should really do. Like, you should not go to what's comfortable, because what's comfortable initially becomes uncomfortable. When you are uncomfortable, that means you're growing. That means you are in a season. You're in alignment. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's another thing. Number 5, not taking risks can hinder your growth and set you back years. That kind of follows along what I said about being spiritually aligned. Like, a lot of the times we will want certain things or certain outcomes in the situation. And when we get those things, they make us uncomfortable. And not taking a risk can really just set you back, because your old life may seem okay and it may be comfortable, but like, your new life will be way, way better. Like, God never takes away something and not replace it with something better. Keep that in mind. Stop showing up for people that don't show up for you. That's a real thing, and that's something that I genuinely had to learn. Like, I've showed up for so many people that have not really showed up for me, and like, granted, I'm not really big on a lot of things. So when people don't show up for me, I don't really like make it a big deal, even though it probably should be a big deal. But that is something that I've learned. Like, stop showing up for people. Stop being there for people who don't really have your back for real. Number 7, people are temporary. So enjoy the experience with them. Learn your lessons and move on. Don't dwell on temporary shit. That's a big one. Because a lot of people that we encounter, we off rip know if somebody is for us and if somebody is not for us. And a lot of the time we would want that person in our life for a long term. And that's what we mess up at. We mess up because a lot of these people are just here for a season. They're here to teach us something. They're here, for us to learn from, and then just to keep going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not there to be there permanently. So once you learn your lesson, you move on. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy that experience that you have with that person, because it's not gonna last long. People change, things change, everything changes. 8, life gets better when you let the shit that burdens you go. Like I said earlier, like, I spend a lot of time dwelling or thinking about certain things and situations, and I'll really be thinking about it for hours and hours and hours and won't even know that I've been in my head for hours. And it's very important that you think about it, and that you kind of like, you think about it, you reflect on it, and you move on. Don't stay in your head, because when you stay in your head, it hinders your growth. Like, like, granted, it's a part of healing, but at the same time, bruh, like, you can't let it affect your day-to-day life. And that's something that, like, I had situations happen that triggered my anxiety, that had me stressing for days and days, and my whole routine was thrown off based off of me, like, just being in my thoughts. So that's something that I learned, to let things go. 9, it's better to hurt outside of a situation than inside of a situation. Now, this is pertaining to, like, relationships primarily. If you are with somebody and, you know, it's hurting you and you're not comfortable in it, it's triggering your anxiety, it's making you feel away, you're not happy, like, bro, if you heal inside, if you hurt inside of that situation, 9 times out of 10, bruh, like, you're gonna continue to hurt, right? Granted, if you hurt outside of the situation, so if you let it go, if you stop talking to that person, you break up with them, whatever the case may be, yes, you're gonna hurt, but that hurt slowly dies down. When you stay in that situation, the hurt just continues to grow and it prolongs. You don't want it to prolong. Just let the situation go and just, like, heal from it. You're gonna hurt for a couple of weeks, but after the couple of weeks, you're gonna feel better and you're gonna grow and your new life is gonna start. Don't turn to what hurts you. It'll only get worse. It's the same thing that I just kind of said, is if you submerge yourself with something or someone that is hurting you, it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. For a temporary period of time, it may kind of like diffuse and everything may seem like it's getting better, but realistically, the same thing is going to happen. It's the same cycle, right? So, bruh, never turn to what hurts you. It's just going to get worse. 11, people who don't hear you when you tell them a problem don't really care about you. If they change when you attempt to leave, it's not real. They just put it on the show so they won't leave you, right? I have been in situations and I've seen situations this year that me personally, I have vocalized how I felt about certain things that bothered me, and they went ignored. And I kept trying, and nothing ever resolved itself. It just got worse. So I let it go. Like, let it go. And if you do tell somebody, like, not even if you tell somebody what bothers you and they change, but more so if you try to leave or a situation occurs where they feel like they're about to lose you and they immediately change overnight, bro, you should have changed when I brought the problem up, not when I feel like, okay, it's time for me to leave because I'm not being fulfilled. That's fake. They're just putting on a show so they can keep you around. And then when they feel comfortable that you won't leave, it's going to result back to the same thing. So with that being said, don't believe it. It's a facade. Number 12, meet people where they're at, not where you want them to be. A lot of the times, we see people's potential and they're not where we're at. And we try to get them there, but instead of getting them there, we need to meet them where they're at. This is what you said. This is what's going on. This is what you're showing me. I need to see it. I need to perceive it. I need to take it in and just meet you where you're at. Because once you overextend yourself, you end up hurting yourself. You end up draining yourself. You end up putting in way more than the other person puts in. So with that being said, bro, let that shit go. Let people miss out on you. They'll regret it later. A lot of times people fumble you. But bro, they take you for granted. If someone is taking you for granted and you had enough and you leave, it's okay to let them miss out on you. Bro. Between me and you, between I and you, bruh, everybody comes back. Everybody comes back. No matter what the situation is, what happened, everybody comes back. But it's up to you when they do come back to say, hell nah, your loss. No, because whether you take them back or not, realistically, they'll never get the same you twice. So if they miss out on you the first time when you gave everything you got, don't try again, because you're not even going to be able to do it. You're just going to hurt yourself more. Let that shit go. 16. I skip. 14. When God takes something away, he'll always replace it with something better. And that's something that I feel like I just said. If God is removing something out of your life, don't fight for it. Just let it be what it's going to be. And God is going to replace it with something way better than what you thought you had. So just have faith. Trust God. Like, bro, and that's a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, and this goes back to what I said about people that go to church every Sunday and don't be spiritually aligned. God will answer your prayers and take the pain and take the hurt away. And sometimes that means removing a person. When God removes something, bro, let that shit go. Because the more you hold on to it, the tighter grip that you have, bro, God is going to rip that shit from you and it's going to hurt 10 times worse. All right, 15. Never settle. What you want will arrive. And that kind of piggybacks off of what I just said. Like, if you have a certain... I said this, like, been saying this for like the second half of the year. When I deal with somebody and I get to the point where I say my wife will never, that means that's it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their ideal person, or they have an idea of what they want in a partner. And when it gets to a point where a person that you're dealing with is treating you a certain way that you know that your ideal situation or what you want in a person would never do that, let that shit go. No closure is closure, bro. Man, I'm not gonna really elaborate on that. But like what did Drake say? Drake said not having closure takes a lot out of me, bro. I felt that. I'm a big closure person. Like, no matter if like I talked to my homegirl about this. I said, like, I had one situation that gave me closure, though she gaslit and blamed everything on me. At the end of the day, she still gave me closure. I was cool with it and I was able to move on right away. And had another situation that I did not get closure from, and it kind of burdened me a little bit more because I didn't get closure from it. And sometimes you have to realize when people avoid you or they don't give you the necessary closure that you would want, like, that is closure. That, like, someone not giving you closure, someone avoiding you, someone doing certain things to you that you would never do to them, that is showing you exactly how they feel about you. Let that shit go. 17. Trust the process. Just because you can't see the path doesn't mean there's no destination. Have faith and you'll end up where you need to be. And that is like so powerful because I've seen like friends, even myself, like go through this. Like a lot of times, like if something self-destructs, you don't see a path. You don't know what's next. And a lot of people who don't know what's next, they don't know what to do. And sometimes it results into comfort or something that's familiar, even though that's not a good idea, bro. It's not. And this also piggybacks off of what I said about alignment. If you are, when you're in Alignment. When you're aligned, a lot of times you cannot see the path, right? But God has a path for you. God, the universe, whatever you believe, has a path for you. You just have to trust the process. You, just because you can't see the light, the light at the end of the tunnel, does not mean it's not there. You just gotta keep walking. Like, you just gotta keep walking, and eventually you're gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's gonna be way better than where you were. Let that shit go. 18. Avoidance doesn't solve your problems. They make things worse. A lot of people that I have encountered this year avoid every single thing. And the thing about avoiding conflict, thing about avoiding people, the thing about avoiding anything that hinders you or burdens you or weighs on you, you can avoid it. But it's gonna hinder your growth. It's gonna hinder your healing process, and you are going to feel it later. I'd rather feel that pain now than feel it later, because when you feel it, like, bruh, like, you feel it later, it just kind of like messes with your head. When you feel it right then and there, it kind of like you tackle the situation, you can grow from it, and you move on easily, and later on down the line, you gotta deal with it. 19. Don't trust anyone who refuses to take accountability. Lack of accountability means they refuse to grow. People who don't grow hinder yours. Now, every single, and I hate to shame myself like this, every single situation I have been in this year, nobody took accountability. Nobody took accountability. And gee, like, when I tell you, like, that's crazy, that's crazy. I refuse to deal with anyone, friendships, relationships, partner, whatever. Any relationship with a person. It don't have to be romantic. It could be platonic. It could be associates. If you don't take accountability, I can't fool with you, bro. Like, accountability is very big. Don't be afraid to start over. The new life is always better than the old one. And that kind of piggybacks off of everything that I said. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did some like research and things like that of 2025. 2025 was the year of the snake. You're supposed to shed a lot of things. I've learned a lot of lessons from a lot of different people, relationship wise. I'm not really relationship wise, but situationship wise and friendship wise. And one thing that I've learned is that, bro, let that shit go. Like, when somebody not serving you or giving you what you need, let that shit go. That is just what I have learned. You gotta shed that dead skin. And it's like, I have had a lot of situations this year, and they taught me so much. They taught me so much. I hope that they learned. I hope that you learned. I don't know what y'all year looked like, but 2025 was hell for me, but not completely hell. I got the internship of my dreams. I'm about to graduate 2026. My grades are good. Job is good. You know, everything outside of like my relational aspect of things went well. It went great. But I feel like this year kind of like put the spotlight on my love life, and my friendships, and they kind of like showed me a lot. Not even just about myself, but about other people as well. And that's just what 2025 had for me. What 2026 has for me, I don't know. Do I have any resolutions? Resolutions? Is it resolutions? I don't have any major plans for 2026. I'm just going to just try harder as a person, as an individual, and to grow. A lot of good things have come out, you know, this year, besides, you know, all those other things. I got closer to God. I go to church, guys. Every Sunday you can catch me in church. Not gonna tell you which one, but you can catch me there. But that's it. That's all. I hope you guys had a great 2025. I hope that, you know, y'all got the dream lives, dream jobs that y'all want, and I hope 2026 serves y'all well. Sorry that this video running 20 minutes, but I'm about to cut it off right now. And I'll see y'all next year. Peace.